Hey YouTube, wanted to give you a little update on this Pepsi machine I got. I got two behind the logo, one for the buttons, so everything lights up now like it should. Looks pretty good. Little backstory on this: I got it for $100. It got cold. Took the coin mech apart and reflowed some solder on it. I think that's what eventually got it working. So it starts taking quarters, but it doesn't really take nickels or dimes. I mean, it takes nickels sometimes. Sometimes they get jammed. But it takes quarters all the time. So got it working. Found some inserts down below the Coca-Cola and the ginger ale. Cleaned them up. Put them in. Currently, what's in there is what I have. I have Pepsi in the Pepsi, Coke in the Coke, and Canada Dry in the Canada Dry spot. This one is Hawaiian Punch, A&W Root Beer, and the Hawaiian Punch will be Sun-Kissed. I'm going to change it actually, but for now it's Hawaiian Punch. And this is what is that one? I'm having a brain fart here at the moment. I'll have to open it up because I'll be standing here forever trying to remember what I put in there. A&W, Hawaiian Punch, Canada Dry, Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, that's it. Yeah, Mountain Dew. So, there's the insides of it, what you can see. Had to do some modifications to the motors to get them to work. Basically all the double hoppers, which is this one here, and the pen one, they hold. It's like in a staggered formation. That's the ones that you put your best sellers in because they hold the most. These just hold them in a straight up and down fashion. And all the ones behind this gate, I was having issues with them not dispensing. The motors basically weren't turning long enough, or they were getting jammed, which I found out as long as I don't put them in, stack them up too high in the center ones, it doesn't seem to jam. But it was just crushing the hell out of my cans. So there's the Sun-Kissed that's going to go in the slot there, the Hawaiian Punch, once that's out. But there's the inside. It does run kind of often, and I'm hoping it's partially because this is the only So I'm hoping first off that it'll work, because there's no manual, nothing for this machine that I can find. No help really either online that I can find. Everybody that deals with soda machines deals with the older collectible 50s and 60s models, I guess. So you're pretty much, it's a crapshoot with these things. But I paid $100 for it, so I figured I couldn't lose. I mean, they sell for $200-300 all the time. So there's that. And here's what I just got yesterday. It's a Row, I believe, 25 MC. This is the thing you would have seen in the old arcades when you were younger. Exact same thing. This thing is probably built in like 82 or so, but it's in pretty good shape. I wanted to get it just kind of for my home arcade, just because it's kind of like, you know, kind of fun to have. I'm probably gonna rig up a button. Doesn't have no coin mech in, but probably rig up a button right here or something where you press it and it just dispenses coins. For the time being, this also needs a lock. It's got the T-handle on it, which is still good, but it's missing the lock cylinder, so I gotta order one of those. But it works. It has 2 hoppers. It has 3 hoppers in. One of them doesn't have the motor though. I have the motor that he gave me separate. I just didn't put it in yet. I don't even know if I will, because I think each hopper holds like $300 and some in quarters. So you're looking around almost $1,000 if I'd fill each hopper up, which I'm not gonna do that. It's just for my home use. So I'll show it in action. It doesn't take the new 5s, unfortunately. I could get the update kit, but it'll take the old style 5s with the small head, and it takes the good old ones until they change them, I guess. Takes it. I got some quarters ready to go. Right now I have it set on 4 quarters per $1, like you would in the arcade, or it can also take tokens. So I think I want to get rid of some of these Hawaiian punches. So that's also the one that jams the most. So this will be a good test for it. There we go. And I've got the flavor cards that go behind these, the 3 that are missing. I've got A&W root beer, orange, Sunkissed orange, which is the soda I got, and Mountain Dew. So all these will have inserts in. I've also bought some extra sold out lights, which are the lights that light up in the center here when the product's out. I think about half of them were out when I got it, so I just got 6 new ones. So there it is. Keeps them nice and cold. Try to do this one-handed. Nice. Yeah. Doesn't taste as good. When I like my Hawaiian Punch out of that big huge bottle that you get at the grocery store. For some reason when it's in a can it just doesn't taste as good. I don't know why. I'm normally a fan of drinking like sodas out of a can. I think they taste better in a can, but for that Hawaiian Punch, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. That's why I'm replacing it with the Sunkissed. I'll have 2 colas, a ginger ale, orange, and Mountain Dew. Cover all the bases. But yeah, there's the new change machine. Pretty nice. Looks good. Here, give you a little update. Just got this yesterday from a fellow KLOVER member. About a half hour away from my house, so we went and picked it up. Actually, you would think, being how much money these things can hold, you know, like $1,000 in quarters plus whatever bills are in there, you think it would be kind of heavy to make it hard to steal. But it's only about 200 pounds, probably at the most. This was the easiest thing to move by far, and this was probably the hardest thing. That's probably around 500 pounds right there. I got that out of the truck myself on a dolly, and it wasn't easy at all. I'm still hurting actually from when I got it. Probably the heaviest one of my games is the Mortal Kombat. That one's probably close to what the soda machine is. Pinballs aren't that bad. Just get somebody get the one end and you get the other and just carry them in. They're not that bad. But the Mortal Kombat, that was a beast to get in here. It's obviously the biggest cabinet I have. So I set all my gains back to take quarters. I think I said in one of my other videos, I just like the act of putting the quarters in. Just makes it seem more authentic, I guess. Still need a soundboard for this. It's out of order. It'll still play, you just get no sound. It's not as fun. So I don't even know if I'm ever going to be able to get another soundboard for that. I got to send somebody an email. I pretty much tapped out all my sources trying to get one. So if anybody has a soundboard for a Bad Girls Pinball Gottlieb, it's System 80B. I think it's part number 886-717. Please, please, please shoot me a message. Even if it's not working, as long as if it's just like a couple traces that are lifted and it can be fixed, or if the chip's bad or something, I don't care, I want it. Mine isn't repairable, so I'm gonna need a new one of those. It's just not as fun playing it without having the sound. So, but there it is, it's lit up. I'll show you with the light out. It takes two long T12 33-inch fluorescent bulbs, T12s, and I don't know what the small one was. I didn't have a number on the old one that was in there. I just took it in the Batteries Plus, and he matched one up that was pretty close. It's like barely just a little bit more round, I think, than the other one, but it obviously works, lights them up good. So yeah, Batteries Plus, they sell bulbs, and give them a little plug. All kinds of bulbs, strange bulbs, and Walmart didn't even have the 33-inch. That's kind of an odd length, I guess. So Batteries Plus has a whole crap ton of bulbs. So if you got one around where you live, I recommend you go there. The guy was really nice too. So yeah. And the bulbs were only 11 something for the long ones each, and I'm not sure how short the small one was. But he actually only charged me for one bulb, but I didn't realize until I left. So I went back and actually told him about it, and said, "You only charged me for one." So hopefully I did my good deed. So yeah, there we are.